Alright, have a nice day guys. So it's a good day to start programming session. So I am going to introduce some backend engineering part in this video. So I am going to program my payment gateway portal and invoice page in this video. So we need to go to our database first and synchronize our new table. So we need to open our ER diagram first. Alright guys, I reverse engineering and get these tables. So this is my generated table list. So we need to add a new table for that. That means invoice table. So you can see this table. It also connected to our product table and also connected to our user email table. So our user table. And now you can see there's a primary key here ID and there's an order ID. I give this data type as a varchar, and you can see this date and I give this date time data type. And now you can see there's a total here and status and quantity columns here, and I give this status column to int data type, integer, and quantity for integer data type. And I connect my invoice table with product table and user table using one-to-many relationship. So you can see this one-to-many relationship. If I minimize this like that, you can see it. When my mouse cursor goes onto the table, you can see there's a green line. So that green line is connected to our user table and product table. Okay, now we need to add our new table like invoice, and we want to synchronize our database. Go into our database option and synchronize model. So you know how to synchronize our database now. We need to click on this, and you can open like this, open tab like this, synchronize model with database, and you can go forward with our next button. Okay, I already synchronized my database, so I am opening my IIC skill. And I put my password for that. And now you can see there's a each of database, our database here. So we can see this invoice table added to our database. So we can go to invoice, and I also add some data for that. And now you can see there's a columns. There's 8 columns here. Product ID and user emails are primary keys, and ID is primary key. Product ID and user email are foreign keys, and ID is primary key, and it is auto incremented. And you can see these data types we added. Alright guys, now we need to synchronize this, and we have to go some theory part. So when we are programming a payment portal, I briefly show you what is the part of today's video. So we are going to item, but you need to select less than 50,000 item. I will tell you about that, why we want to select less than 50,000 amount of item. Then now we briefly explain about our today part. So I want to select less than 50,000 items, so I get that 45,000 Xbox console here, and I click on that buy now button. Now you can see it redirect to our payment portal, and it's called PayHere, and it shows our product item name and our price and our product price, and it also added our delivery cost for our product price. And you can use this Visa or MasterCard. You can't use these all, so you can use Visa or MasterCard or some way, or sometimes you can use American Express also. Now I am using this MasterCard. So now we have this bank detail page. So we need to give these fake details for that bank detail page. So I am going to this one, and we have this kind of fake MasterCard number. So we need to copy that and paste on that, and you need to give your name for here, and fake CVV. You must use fake CVV like 3 numbers, and you need to give expiry date. Give this kind of date in future days. You need to put the future date for your expiry date. And now you are paying. When count payment approved, it's been a while to come this page, so you need to be patient, and you can come to our invoice page. So previously we designed our invoice page. In my next video I program my invoice page. So in this video my role is to show you how to redirect our item to payment gateway and program a payment portal. So I'm not going to show you about this invoice program in this video. So this is the basic theory of our video today. And now we are going to our theory part. So you need to go to this payhere.lk. You can type on that payhere.lk, or you can Google it and come to this site. However, so I'm gonna explain a little bit about this PayHere site. So this is Sri Lankan site. Also you can see we can pay. Also you can see they accept helapay option, and you can see this central bank approved. This is a central bank approved company, and bank back security. They also guaranteed bank back security, and they have this PCI DSS complement standard. So what is PayHere? So PayHere is one of biggest and most famous payment gateway in Sri Lanka, especially among our Sri Lankan e-commerce entrepreneurs, Sri Lankan e-commerce platforms. I mean, like we design in these days. So PayHere has turned out to be perfect payment solution for us, because most importantly, our customers who are doing some transaction in our platform. So this kind of platform, customers are transaction with us. So they need high security and reliable service. So our customers who are doing some transaction in our platform demand convenience and security. So this PayHere payment gateway gives their lot of convenience and security for every transaction with us. Over 3,500 Sri Lankan businesses use this gateway for their business. So you can see this, over 3,500 Sri Lankan businesses use PayHere to accept payment online. And also you can see this accept local payment through helapay. And you already know what is the helapay, because everyone in Sri Lanka use helakuru app. So they introduced helapay payment gateway for online entrepreneurs. So this PayHere payment gateway accept local payments through helapay just for 1.99% of payment. So explaining about helapay is a Sri Lankan digital payment method powered by helakuru super app and Lanka Pay national payment network. So you know what's the Lanka Pay national pay network? It's our national payment gateway. So this PayHere also accept helapay payments just for 1.99% of payment. This PayHere also approved central bank, and they guarantee bank back security. So you can see they approved in central bank, and also they give bank back security as well, and they have this complement. So we can trust this company, and this is a reliable company for our payments, for our online payments. Now I little bit explain about you the PayHere payment gateway. So we need to come to our today part. What's the point in today part with this PayHere website? So now I'm coming to my point. You know, now we are in our check-in mode in our e-commerce platform, so we can't buy any products. Really, we give these fake prices for our products. So this is not these prices are not real. So this is in check-in mode. So when we launch it, we can give real product and real prices for that. So briefly I tell you, we are in our check-in mode in our e-commerce platform. So when we are in our check-in mode, we can't use live money for our payment, for check our payment portal. So I told you we can't use live money to check our payment portal is really working. So what we can do? So in that case, we can't use our live money. So PayHere website solve that problem as well. So they make sandbox environment for web developers who can go to sandbox environment and check our payment portal is really working. So PayHere introduced sandbox environment for that, but past few months this environment had been deactivated for some reasons. Fortunately, now they activated that again, so we can use it as well. Now I will tell you what is sandbox environment. So we need to go to this knowledge base part. So I open this knowledge base part in my new tab. So you can see this. I get that kind of new tabs for explaining that. So you don't need to get like this. But I want to tell you this site is little bit slower than another sites. So and it shows every time your session is expired. When it message pop-ups, you need to give your password, then you will log in again, and I will show you that later. So you need to come to this knowledge base part. Now you can see there's a bunch of items here: general questions, application process, payment limits and fees, and sandbox and testing. We need that. Payment logos, and this PayHere this PayHere company have sandbox environment separated clone and live money clone. So we can activate a live money clone with some payment and add this to our website also. So today we are not going to talk about how we can add our live money gateway for our website. Now we are going to talk about how we can add our sandbox and testing environment for our website. So we need to go to this sandbox and testing tab using this link. So I open that tab in my in new tab, and you can see this kind of page here. You want to get this kind of page. Now let's get some awareness about sandbox and testing environment. So sandbox is a test environment to get used to PayHere merchant portal. So in this testing process, we can't transaction through live portal with live money. So you know that this is not a live money merchant portal. So they depicted some money, but they are not real. So we can use this depicted money for our transaction and test our process is working, our payment process is working. They also said this environment is a separated clone of the live platform of PayHere. So they have live platform of PayHere separately, and they have this sandbox environment for web developers to check our payment process is really working, and we can test it with the sandbox and testing environment. So we can have depicted money with this environment and check that our payment portal is working really well. So using this sandbox and testing environment, they give some regulation for us. We can't check our payment using real card number. So I show you when we click on some product, we have our payment portal, and we need to give these fake details for that payment portal. So they give Visa and MasterCard and Amex card numbers. So we can't put any number instead of that. We need to put this number only in this payment portal. So they program that like that. So when we are checking on our payment process, if we selected to Visa payment method, we need to give this card number, and if we selected MasterCard payment pay, we want to give this number, and we can give this number for Amex card payment. So I previously show you that. So when we click on buy now, we want to pay with Visa. If we want to pay with Visa, we need to give this card number. We need to give this card number, this sandbox environment card number. And if we payment with MasterCard, we need to give this like that. And for name on card, CVV and expiry date, you can enter any valid date. They don't need to be real things. You can put your fake details on that. Any card except the above test card will be result in failed payment. That means expecting on these card numbers, if you put your real card number into this payment portal, payment will be failed. Okay, now we know what is the sandbox and testing environment. So now we want to go to this sandbox. You can see this blue color letter here, text primary color letter. So it's a link. So we can go to that link. I open that link in my new tab. So when you click on that, you are coming to this page. So this page, you can't come to this page at first time. You need to register and give your details to this PayHere website, and now you can register on that website. So you need to give your business name, e-business name, and your name, last name, email, and your mobile number. You need to give them to those details. And after you giving those details to PayHere website, they send you OTP code to your email, and you need to give valid email for that. So within 1 minute, you can get your OTP, your email, and paste it on there and active your merchant portal in sandbox environment. So this shows we are in sandbox mode. So we can't pay live money to this sandbox environment. So we are coming to this page, and now you can see there's a options here. We can go to home, payments, subscription, and like that, payouts. So these all subscription, payment links, payouts, discounts, and installment plans all are accepting to live mode on PayHere website. So we are in sandbox mode. We have some limited options to use with this mode. And now I want to show you when we are going to home. We have our pending payouts like that. So I paste some 7 more items. So you can see, you can come to a payment option and you can see what you purchased in e-commerce platform. So I purchased this white console now, Xbox console now, and also this kind of payment I did in my did with my e-commerce platform. And you can see this gross payment. These all are fake money, and we can see there's a number of payments here. So I want to tell you, after you signing in this page, it shows like this. So I get some screenshot for you. Like this, this kind of message you can pop up in your home screen. So you need to give your password and verify and login again. So this page automatically expired their session and pop up message as a random time, and also after your successful registration. And when we give our password and verify our password, it comes to this page and 404 error. You can see this message, and you don't need to care about that. You can go to dashboard, click on this, and it automatically come to our home page and payment portal. You can now do some transaction with sandbox environment with depicted money. These are not real money, depicted money. So we are going to that, and we can see our payment details with that table. So there's a customer details here and order details. My domain is localhost. Now you know that we are logging our domain through this exam control panel, so its domain is localhost. So billing details here, and we have payment method and net amount here. Alright, now when you register on this PayHere sandbox mode, you can come to the integration option. So you need to click on that, and you have merchant ID here. You need to copy that and save it in everywhere. You can open this page when you are programming your e-commerce platform. However, you need to get that merchant ID. You can also click on that, and you can also copy with this option. So we need that merchant ID for our coding part. So now we want to get that merchant ID for our coding part. So okay guys, now we are explaining about what's the PayHere and what's the sandbox environment, and how we show when we go to our home page and register on PayHere. We have merchant ID, and we can see our payments using this payment option, and we can see those payments. And now we want to come to another part. Now this page, in my left hand side, you can see this API and mobile SDK option. So you need to click on that, and we need our JavaScript code to connect this PayHere portal to our website. So they give a JavaScript code with this option. So I open this JavaScript SDK using new tab. So you can see this tab, and you need to come to down. You need to scroll down this tab and come to this code sample. And this kind of code here, I will tell you where we can paste this code on our coding part. Now we wind up our theory part. Now we want to go to our practical part. So there's a bunch of serious coding part here with payment gateway. So you need to pay our attention tightly. And now you need to select this script tag and copy it, and come to your coding area and open your single product view page. In single product view page, you can remember you add your JavaScript tags and Bootstrap JavaScript tag bottom of this page, so you can see it. Now you copy your sandbox environment script tag, and now you need to paste it on there or there, it doesn't matter. You need to paste your payment portal script tag at the bottom of the page. So after you pasting on that, we again come to our payment portal, and we need to get that button type submit ID PayHere payment. So we need to get that ID PayHere payment and type submit those two attributes. We need to select those two attributes, and we need to copy and come to our coding area again. We need to select now our buy now button. So you can see this buy now button when we select some product in this main area. we can have this buy now button. So we need to find buy now button in our single product view page. So I have my buy now button on this 226 line. So we need to give this type submit and ID PayHere payment, those two attributes inside the button tag. So I give this like that. And now we we need to get that script tag also. I will explain about you later. And now we want to give this pay now command. We need to pass our product ID with this pay now command, and it also give inside the on click attribute double quotes. So we want to code our command like that inside the buy now or pay now button. Alright guys, now our single product view page updating part is over. So now we need to come to our JavaScript part and see what is this pay now command. Okay, now you can see this function. We pass our ID with this pay now command, so I get that ID to my JavaScript part, and I make this variable quantity and get my quantity input, because we need to get quantity input with this payment portal. So I give this quantity input ID using this quantity variable, and also want to give quantity input value. So I combine my value and make that line. And this is the familiar talk in our JavaScript part. So we need to post this using AJAX requesting method. So I make this requested variable and make new XML HTTP request object, and check my on ready state change. If my ready state equal to 4, our process is success. So we can execute this line, and you can see I make this object variable and I give this JSON. I want to make my object using JSON and pass it. And also I need to pass my response text, and I include this t variable into the brackets, and made that mail variable here, and convert that mail as object, and also convert this amount which means our product price as object. So you can see this object variable, and I include this object variable with my associative arrays. So we are coming to this line. If our response text equal to 1, it means our customer is not logging or sign up in our e-commerce platform. So we need to alert this please logging or sign up, and we need to redirect that customer to index.php file. And when he sign up and come to our payment portal, he is not updated his profile page. So we need to give this alert to customer, please update your profile first, and we need to redirect profile page to client. And he signed up and updated his profile page. Now he is already our customer in our platform. We need to go to this else statement and execute these lines. Now we can get that line using this sandbox JavaScript environment, sandbox JavaScript SDK. So now you can see there's a script tag here, there's a script tag, and also this is the end of script tag. So we need to get that code under script tags. We need to select all that code, and then now you can see we select all, and now we want to copy that code and come to our JavaScript part and paste it on below the else statement, and we have some coding part with this. So these codes are already coded in sandbox environment. We need to give this window.location to invoice PHP file. So I comment this line for reason for my next video. So you don't need to comment this line, you need to give this line like this, you don't need to comment that, you need to give this like that. So this line is not for this video, so we can comment on that. But now I programmed this payment portal completely, so when we comment on this line, it's not working in our page now. So I put that like that. You need to give this window.location to invoice page only, because we don't program our invoice page now. We need to give this window.location part. We don't need to code this line, and this is not changing. They shows payment window closed. So if we cancel our payment dismissed, cancel log, and PayHere on dismissed function, they created that function. And if we don't give if we don't give valid Mastercard or Visa card, I show you valid Mastercard number and Visa card number. They already give us valid Visa and Mastercard numbers, so we don't give them, and we give our real numbers. Our payment is closed, so it shows PayHere on error function, and console log is error. And now we have this payment variables here. We need to program these payment variables. So our sandbox statement is true, so we can go to sandbox statement. So we can go to sandbox environment, and we need to give this merchant ID on there. So I already told about we need our merchant ID to code that. So we need to give our own merchant ID in this area. Don't give any other merchant ID or my one, because your all items come to my page when you use my payment, when you use my merchant ID. So you need to use our own merchant ID for that, and you need to give your single product view file path to written URL and cancel URL. When you dismissed or when you have some errors on your payment, you are redirecting single product view again. And also I need to combine my ID with that page, and this notify URL you don't need to change that. And we have our order ID. We made our all payment gateway variables like an object using this JSON pass. You can see that JSON pass. So we convert everything as objects using that. So we need to give this ID object for order ID, an item for order, an item for item object, and we also already convert that amount as an object, so we can give this amount variable for that. And currency is Lankan rupees. You can change this as a US dollars, any other Canadian rupees, like that. And you need to give this first name and last name as objects. We already convert our mail to object, so I give this mail variable like that. And also need to give this mobile as object, and address as object, and city as object. Our country is Sri Lanka. You don't need to change that. Delivery address, you need to give this address object, and delivery city for city object, and you don't need to change that. Now you see this line is not commented, so document get element by ID PayHere payment on click function. You can see this line, this is not commented. We need to comment this line for a reason. Alright, now this is the end of AJAX requesting part. So we have now new file like buy now process PHP file. We need to combine our product ID with this file and pass this request to server side. So this is server side file. We use get method to pass this, and we need to bind our product ID, and also we want to bind our quantity ID. And I pass my request using true statement, because we are sending request to server side using AJAX requesting method, and use this send form. Alright, now you need to count this server side file, which means buy now process. So we have some codes here. We need to start our session and require our connection class to this page, because we need to connect this page with our database. So before all of these process, all of your payment gateway registration and all of these codes, you need to create this invoice table. This is a master wanted table. So for that part, so you need to synchronize this table first and come to this part. Alright, now you need to get that connection class, because we need to connect our database to this page. And we are checking if any user logging into our page using this set function and session variable associative array. And I made this PID variable using this $get associative array, and use this ID column, and also quantity column. I get that quantity column using get method, and check that any user and email with session data using this umail variable. So we are creating array variable like that, and I don't assign any values for that. And also I made that order ID variable. I need to get unique ID for my every orders. I maximize my page for you. Now you can see it clearly. So we have search query here. We want to search from product table where ID, and we need to get this product ID for that search query. And also we are making this product data variable, and also city number variable we are making with this, and we get this search query here. We need to search our city number, we need to search our city using user has address table and using user email column. So if we select some city, our city number is equal to 1, so we can get that city data variable and assign that variable to city result set and fetch a SOC connection. So now we get the city ID and assign that to our city ID table, so our city ID column using this city data variable, and also address is same as that. We use the city data variable and get line 1 and concat comma and also city data variable and get our line 2 address line 2. And you need to search city table using district result set and make this district data, and I made that delivery variable and assign it to 0 value. So I have 2 delivery costs here. So with Colombo delivery cost and out of Colombo delivery cost, we have those 2 delivery cost in our platform. So we need to get our Colombo district ID for that. So I am going to my city table here. So you can see there's city name here, Colombo. So city ID is 1, district ID is 2. So you can see it. So we need to get that district ID for that, and equal, if we want to check our district ID is equal to 2, it execute this line and get our delivery fee for Colombo column using product data variable and assign it to $delivery variable. We made that variable on above and assign it to 0 value. And it is, if it is not in Colombo, if our customer is not in Colombo, we need to get that delivery fee for other column using product data variable and assign it to delivery variable. And we need to get our product title using this item variable, and also amount variable. We need to get our price and we need to multiply it with quantity and add our delivery fee for that. I also cast those variables, so you can see I cast them and give this int data type for that, because our product price is also amount, product quantity is also amount, so we can use this int data type, and also delivery fee is also integer, so we can use that. So we can cast them and pass to our server side. And we need to get our first name using username and fname column and last name, and we can get our mobile number also the same as that. And now we have user address, and I need to assign this to address variable. So we made that address variable on top. You can see this $address variable. I assign it to city data line 1 and line 2. So that is our address. We can get our city using district data, and we can include our city name column for that. And we already made our array variable on above the page. So now we need to give our ID, item, amount, and first name, last name, mobile, address, and city and mail to that array variable, and assign it to these order ID and item ID, amount ID, and also we need to assign that to order ID variable, item variable, amount variable, which are made in above the page. You can see that these variables, we make that variable for that to get our database data to server side. So we can assign those variables to these objects, and I need to pass these details as object. So I use this JSON encoded option for that. So JSON encoded, and I include my array variable for that. So I give you some note. This is also array, associative array. So this array variable also associative array, but it is changed from our normal usual associative arrays. So what is the change of that? Now you can see, but it can store arrays as an objects. So array variable is associative array, but it can store our arrays as an object. So associative array can't do that, but array variable can do that. So this is the difference between associative array and JSON arrays. And we successfully payment that. And if some errors, we are coming to this else line, and it executes 2. So 2 means unsuccessful payments. And if we don't register on our page, we are coming to this line and echo this one. We made that one we made that one value in our JavaScript, and it says please log in first. You can see that please log in or sign up first. So that's the one value. Alright guys, we are successfully coming to the buy now process, single product view updates and JavaScript part. So now we can go to our single product view and purchase any product less than 50,000. You can't get more than 50,000 payments with this sandbox environment. You can purchase this is 40,000, and also you can purchase this thing, and also you can purchase this backlight scripts like that. So if you need to check on your product payment process is working really, you need to use sandbox environment. When you use it, you need to give 50,000 less than 50,000 amount of products. Alright guys, we successfully talk about how we can redirect our item to our payment gateway. So in my next part, I am going to tell you how we can program our invoice page, and what are the updates in our JavaScript part, and what are the updates in our payment process furthermore. So this is not over yet, so we have to put that in next video. So now you can pay to your payment gateway, which is PayHere payment gateway, and you can see faked, and you can see your transaction using this page, PayHere merchant portal. So you can see these payments, and you can have your gross payment amount and number of payment. Now we want to program our invoice page. So in my next video, I am going to show you how we program our invoice page and what is the save invoice.php file. It's a brand new file. So we need to talk about that in our next video. Alright guys, I will catch you soon in my next video. Take it easy.